So let's move on to more detail we can do with this part. Okay. First of all, I want to have a middle ring here in the middle. So I'm gonna go for I'm gonna push this guy out using extrude. We're gonna shift, push it out, and push it back in just to have some object to work with. Okay. And then I'm gonna go maybe insert a edge loop, single edge loop here. And one more here, so I can extrude this loop in. Now just to have some fun, right? I want to mirror it to the other side. So one of the things I can do is I can use the mirror and weld kind of like technique. So it's gonna be the direction. If you turn on the floor, let's take a look. The Z direction, right? So I'm gonna go for Z direction, not X. Mirror and weld. Now wrong direction again, right? I'm gonna go use mirror again. Right? Mirror is underneath geometry, deformation actually. Mirror right here. So I'm going to use mirror to first flip it and then mirror and weld to mirror this detail to the other side. I don't really need this line in the middle, so I'm going to go for delete edge loop complete to get rid of that. I'm going to use extrude, holding down control to duplicate a face out, and then extrude out a thickness, and then extrude up a little bit and go to the other side, click to apply the same amount and extrude out this way, and again go to the other side, click to do the same amount, extrude this guy out, holding down shift to move it. Do the same thing here by left clicking, but I have to manually delete this line now. Anyway, so yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and maybe extrude this loop out just a little bit to have some fun with the edging in there. Click to apply the same thing. Alright, let's press D and take a look. Now we have some really fancy holes created for the the belt. And for this part, I probably don't need that much creasing, so I'm gonna Control Shift and drag to select that one face. Control Shift A to grow all, which is show all the things that is physically connected. And then I'm gonna go for a uncrease all, just to uncrease these guys. Cool. Now I probably wanted to crease on one of the parts, or just bevel this edge loop here. And let's take a look. Yeah, that's probably what I want, but you can go crazy with whatever you want to go for. I'm gonna Control Shift and grab that, Control Shift A again, and then maybe use Scale, and where is it? Alt click to position that guy here. Alt click the rotation here to reset orientation. Alt click to the pivot to reset or center pivot, and then I can zoom it in. Actually scale it in to have some, thinner results. All right, so that's gonna allow me to have a little cool ring here to make my belt more detailed. And if you wanted to, you can also reserve this model, right? Just go back to the belt brush. Let's do brush, create, and create insert mesh one more time and hit new. Oops, actually not new. Actually append to add a new iteration of our brush. Now, as you can see, this guy is a little bit more interesting. I need to actually turn on the tripart underneath brush modifiers. Oh, because I have multiple poly groups, that's why it's having trouble to do that. Let me reassign my tripart. So 3 groups. Right. I'm gonna go for brush, create. I'll make it facing you. Brush, create insert mesh. Let's do new here this time. I'm gonna go for brush, copy mesh, copy one mesh. I go back to my brush that has multiple ones. I'm gonna go for brush, paste, replace here. That's gonna replace that with my new guy, and that should allow me to have those, triparts, and replacing the old guy there. So now, oh, actually I replaced everyone. Darn it. Anyway, this is exactly what I want anyways, so don't really care if the old ones are not there. So this is the one I need, right? And I'll go back to brush and turn on again modifiers, well point and stretch, so that they are consistent down the way. Alright, we just add a little bit more detail to this belt brush, and we can keep adding new details. For example, how about we maybe have the buckle correlated also, right? For that to happen, I actually have to have a end that does have a hole, a buckle, and of course the tip. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm going to mask, let's go back through the history. Anyway, I need to reassign the groups now. And to duplicate this guy for the end, so what I'm going to do is BZM here, I'm going to use bevel to bevel out a segment here. And then I'm going to BZM again, I'm going to delete this. So I'm going to go for delete polyloop to delete that. That way I can duplicate this guy and merge them together. So I'm going to mask that, control click to invert and give me some space. I'm going to go for a duplicate to duplicate the model. For the duplicated model, I'm going to say I just need this part, so delete hidden. Right. And then I'm going to go move this guy up. Hopefully I can match it properly, and then I'm going to go for a merge down. Hit OK. And grab that guy and drag it down too, or drag these guys up, doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to match them closer enough. If it's easier, I can grab this, control click to reverse that, alt click on the edge and scale them down to really make them go close. Right. And I'll do the same thing here. Stretch them to make them go closer. Alright, and then I'm going to merge these together by using weld points, which is going to be underneath geometry. Weld points just have the weld distance a little bit higher, like 7, and let's do that. Now if you press D, you can see they are going to be merged more or less, a little bit not merged there, so maybe a little bit higher than that. Weld points, still not merging, so maybe I need to mask them again. Oh, they're not quite fitting each other. That's weird because I'm duplicating from there. Something seriously wrong there. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna merge this guy to that guy. So using the stitch to endpoint, right? Click on point 1, click on point 2, do the same thing here, point 1, point 2, okay. And D here, yeah, I have the same problem on the other side, don't know why, just do it then. Alright, now they're merged. Not all merged on the back, I have the same issue, just fix that real quick. Alright, now they're all merged. For some reason they were not merged. But anyway, I'm gonna mask the bottom part and Ctrl W to give them a group. Okay, cool. Actually these. So this is gonna be the end. I'm gonna BZM again. I'm gonna go for another insert edge loop just to give me a little bit more space for this front part. And I need a little buckle here. I need to actually make the buckle handle this hole, have the same going in the middle, right? Kind of like want to stretch these guys in. Right. Better. Anyway, so now as you can see, when I go ahead and make this a insert mesh, go back to here and append and OK. You can see now this guy is basically duplicating should be all okay, but I have to also turn on the weld points and stretch. Control Z. Now they should be okay, but now it's just the last one is one more hole is that, and then I can apply the buck hole here on this. Okay, I hope this makes sense. So that's gonna be it for this tutorial. We just went over some more modern techniques in ZBrush, and then they are all hard surface, but I can guarantee you that those are the easy ways, right, of doing stuff. You don't want it to go brute force on sculpting. You can create one brush and then just use it in future cases. So in the next tutorial, I'm gonna show you how the buckle is done, and we're done with belt brush. Okay, see you next time.